the last part of the chapter, that is fiber to fabric. Okay. Last day we have discussed on this, that is what is silk, seven far, fiber to fabric. Okay, so today the heading will be processing of silk. Processing of silk. Okay. Now here, as it is a processing, open your page number for 31, page 31. What are you typing in? Okay, moving to the text, that is the topic, what is the processing of silk. Now, processing of silk in theoretical term, it is that part that is from cocoon to the fabric. So, it is the step from cocoon to the fabric. Okay. Cocoon to fabric. So, cocoon, we know that there is a long fiber, very thin threads are there, which is bundled together, by some gum like substances. We know already that these threads are made up of protein, and there is a gum like substances which hold the fibers together. So, the first step is that, very good. Anything? Yes, you have to write it. The steps you have to write. Okay. So, we have to loose the threads, so that the individual threads with its full length is coming out. So, the individual threads with its full length, to take this or to taking out these threads as long as it is called the process, that is reeling. So, what is reeling? So, it is the taking out of long threads from cocoon is called reeling. So, first step is that, so cocoon to fiber, first step is that reeling of silk, reeling number 1. Second one is dyeing. Number 3, that is spinning, and number 4, that is weaving. Okay. So, first step is the reeling, then dyeing, then spinning, and then weaving. So, what is reeling? Okay. So, reeling is that taking out of threads from cocoon, taking out long threads or fibers, threads of silk from cocoon. Taking out of long threads of silk from cocoon is called reeling. Okay. Now, how the question is, sir, in last what you have written? In the last, that is weaving, W-E-A-V-I-N-G, W-E-A-V-I-N-G. Weaving. Yes, tell me what is your problem, Soumojit? Soikot. Okay, you will carry on with your problem. I am discussing the topic. So, reeling is that taking out of long threads of silk from cocoon. Now, the next part is that how reeling is done. Okay. So, how reeling is done? So, it is done by placing the cocoon on boiling water or sometimes the heated on a sunlight. So, it is by two process, that is heating in sunlight, or it is the easy method, that is boiling it with water. So, these two methods are there to taking out the long threads of silk from cocoon. Okay. So, how reeling is done? Reeling is done when we place the cocoon in boiled water. Okay. So, it is the first step. Next, that is dyeing. What is this dyeing? So, it is the coloring of threads, with proper pigment, Okay, what is the pigment? Pigment is the coloring substances. It may be natural or artificial. Next one is spinning. Okay, so in spinning step, what we have to do here, the threads which is coming out, as it is very thin and a very long. So, we have to protect its length, that is it may not torn. So, for this reason we have to use a mechanical process, that is we have to spin it in a wheel. We have to spin it in a wheel so that the length of the fibers is reserved. Okay. So, first step is that reeling, second one dyeing, and third one is spinning. So, spinning of silk fibers. So, it is the storing the long silk fibers, by machine. This is called spinning. And last one, that is weaving. What is weaving? That is the overlapping or arrangement of silk fibers, silk fibers I have used, there may be 2 or 3. Arrangement of silk fiber to get fabric. Is called the weaving. Arrangement of silk fiber to get weaving. There the steps are the last step, that is weaving. So, these 4 steps you have to follow: reeling, dyeing, spinning, weaving. There the spinning may come first and dyeing, but these have to be in your processing. So, have you completed this part? Reeling, dyeing, spinning and weaving. Yes. Spinning, yes. Spinning is the storing of long silk fiber by using some machine. There is a wheel is there. And there we have to keep the silk fiber by spinning on it, so that the length of the thread is reserved. Have you understood? Dyeing I have written here, the coloring of threads with proper pigment. Dyeing already it was discussed on the wool portion. It is the coloring of that fiber, because the in very basic example there the threads are coming of just 2 or 3 color, but in the market you can see a lots of varieties of color, that is the fibers, that is the silk sari or the shawl we have brought from the market. So, it is of different color. So, this is the portion that is called dyeing, that is from the natural made to the market made product, the coloring is called the process, that is dyeing. Okay. Have you understood, Nandini and Ayantik? Okay, weaving arrangement of silk fiber to get fabric is called the weaving. Okay, I am moving to the next part of that. Okay. So, next step there is a question that what is the necessity of boiling water? What is the necessity of boiling water when we place the cocoon in it? So, what is the importance of boiling water in the silk production? What is the importance of boiling water in the production of silk thread? Now, you have to mention there that to lose the threads which is binded in cocoon, we have to use the boiling water, so that it loosens and we get the long silk fiber. Okay. Now, what is the question given in the chart here, that is the how silk is discovered. Now, from there what is silk root, this portion will be discussed on the your SSC part, that is social science, it is a part of social science. So, what is the silk root? Okay. So, as it is a natural phenomenon, that is it is first time it is observed in the plant that is having the structure like cocoon, and some interested people gain on the some attention on this, and later on they prove that these are some fibers which having very lustrous, very soft and having different colors. That is, we know the different colors, that is of mulberry silk, there is the kosa silk, the muga silk, and also the anafe, which is cultivated on the other countries, that is in African countries. There are different color of silk fiber we can get. So, the varieties of silk color which is produced, which one? Silk root. So, varieties of silk color, or it is assumed that the first silk was cultivated on China. China is the first maker of or the inventor of silk fiber, and they kept it reserved. They kept it reserved for long time. Okay, but they used it for their purpose only. But the how it is produced or from where it will be get, it is not spread to the other countries. But when the that is for the business purpose, or some visitors were there, that are philosophers, which when they goes to that countries, we know that in ancient time the philosophers goes from one country to another to check their civilization, their the culture, this etc. Now there, from there, and especially from the businessmen, they got it that they become interested on that, and the production of wool going to the larger areas, that is first of all to the large Asian countries and also to the Europe. So, this, that is from the transference, the concept of production of silk from China to the other countries is called the silk route. Okay. So, it is only the concept or how it is cultivated is transferred from China to the other countries, it is called the Silk Route. Yes, coming to your question, what we have, why we have to heat the threads? Not the threads, we have to heat the cocoon. That is the cocoon, that is of the shape like that. We have to heat the cocoon, not the threads. If the cotton thread and silk thread are spun and woven in the same manner, what? Cotton threads will make cotton fabric, silk thread will make silk fabric. That is, we are using shirt, that is specially it is applicable for sari, because we can differentiate it because of cotton sari and a silk sari. There is a lots of difference. The the upper surface is very soft, but there is a shiny appearance in case of silk. Hasibul, have you got your answer? There are two different kinds of fabric will produce. One is of cotton fabric and another is of silk fabric. Okay, and the which one? That is, we have to heat the cocoon to separate the threads. Okay. Now, any problem regarding that? Now, I am coming to the exercise. Cotton and silk. Yes, cotton is obtained from the plant, that is cotton plant is there, that is cultivated on the in the plateau region of the South Asia, South India, that is Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, etc. There is a plant, you know, that is plant, there is a small cocoon is formed, but it is made up of the tree itself, that is the plant itself. And silk, we have already studied it, what is silk, it is made by silkworm, etc. Now, coming to the exercise. What is the difference between ink and dye? Yes, dyeing there we use different kinds of pigment. Here ink, here also we use different kinds of pigment. Okay. Now, the basic difference, there is no basic difference with your term, that is what is the basic difference between dye and ink, but dyeing, as it is a permanent color, dyeing is a permanent color and it is done by some specific, that is, for example, the dye that is of ink, that is of blue or some red, blue, red or black. Have you any problem? Answer these. Dye having a lots of varieties and this is used for the permanent purpose. What part of black sheep have wool? Yes, the black sheep, I am coming to that question exercise. That is the back of it and the throat of it is there. Now, the yes, abdomen, back and abdomen. Okay. So, and another one difference is that the pigment is a solvent carrier. That means, you have to dissolve the pigment in a particular solvent, so that it is used for the permanent purpose. The coloring particles suspended in a liquid carrier and the pigment are suspended on that, but for the ink it is totally soluble on that. So, it is a solution and it is a suspension. The ink is a solution and the pigment is a suspension. That means, the particles of the pigment is moving in the solvent. How much wool a sheep produce in a day? It is not counted by day, it is only 2 times in a year. Throughout a year it is only 2 times, or sometimes it is 1 time it gives the fleece. That is, we can take out the fleece from their body, otherwise they will their life will be threatened. Okay, now coming to the NCERT exercise, follow this. Have you completed this NCERT? Because I have already discussed on the offline videos. So I will here it will be a first discussion on that. Okay. Open page number 32. Page 32, question number 1. So, first of all, 1a, there are 2 statements are given. Which part of the black sheep have wool? Which part of the black sheep have wool? Can you answer it? Which part of the black sheep have wool? Which part of the black sheep have wool? So, very easy one answer, the fleece of the sheep. 1a, fleece of the sheep or fleece of sheep. Number B, not abdomen and back, it will be the correct answer will be fleece. Next one, that is B, what is meant by the white fleece of the lamb? The white fleece of lamb refers to the white color of their fur. So, the white color of fur is called white fleece. Okay. Because we know the fleece is of different color, sometimes it is gray, sometimes it is white, sometimes it is black. So, the white color of fur is called white fleece, it is only the indicating its color. Okay. Have you completed? Coming question number 2. Question number 2, there is a multiple choice question is there. The silkworm is number A, caterpillar and a larva. Choose the correct option. Only option 1 is A, that is only A. Option 2 only B. Option 3 only A and B, and neither A and B. So, the answer will be 2, 3, that is both A and B, because at the same time it is the caterpillar and also it is of larva. Number 3, which of the following does not yield wool? Very easy answer, number 4, that is woolly dog. Yes, 4. Now coming to the 4, what is meant by the following term? So, I hope the first term is completed. Number 4, 1, that is rearing. So, what is rearing? We have done it on the wool of this part, that is the first part. So, what is rearing? Can you answer it? Time up. So, rearing is bringing up and looking after, bringing up and looking after the animals like camel, goat, sheep. You may also add silkworm is called rearing. Correct? Bringing up and looking after the animals like camel, goat, sheep, silkworm is called rearing. Okay, okay, I know it. I know it. Okay, so next two terms are there, sharing and sericulture. You may try it. Okay. On the next day, we will solve the next part of the exercise. Okay. You can also follow the YouTube videos. There are already the answers are given. Okay. Bye bye everyone.